Well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode. How's your week going? Yeah, we're on the tail end. Tomorrow's Friday. Woohoo! Is that a good thing? It's one of the things is I get excited but kind of perplexed by is Friday. I mean, everyone's like, oh yeah, tomorrow's Friday, or even more so on Friday. They're like, wow, yeah, today's Friday. And here's an interesting question. Why can't we look at every day like it's Friday, right? I try to. Now, mind you, that's like you. This kind of, you're not on the microphone. Well, you could be, I guess. But I'm not listening to you. How about that? But, I get those moods like everybody would say, oh, I wish it was Friday. But in the meantime, I do try to look at every day like it's Friday. It is kinda. Every day is kind of a Friday. You can make it your Friday. Maybe Monday's a little harder to make Friday, but anyway, I guess just try to make every day Friday. Look at it every day. You get up in the morning and say, woohoo, today's Thursday, right? And then the next day you get up, woohoo, today's Friday. And then Monday, okay, I'll try not to push it too far. But anyway, I want to go a little different gear with you today. I want to chat with you about the reasons why you should not listen to this podcast. Right? And I keep telling you, I'm going to try and be real. I'm going to try and be myself. And if it works for you, cool. Welcome. Come along for the ride. Hop on my back. We're cruising. And if not, hey, that's cool too. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your ride wherever you end up at. I'm not for everyone, and everyone's not for me. I've listened to a number of coaches and podcasters and motivational speakers and quote-unquote gurus over the years, and a few of them have resonated. The Jim Rohns of the world, obviously the Anthony Robbins of the world, obviously clearly Zig Ziglar, Chris Widener is one I enjoy a lot. And what's funny is the very first time I listened to Brian Tracy, I couldn't stand him. I didn't like him. And actually, the first time I listened to him was his Psychology of Success program. Or was it the Psychology of Achievement? I think it was the Psychology of Achievement. It was a big 12 CD set, 8 CD set, whatever it was. I bought it. And I was, of course, I read the sales letter about it. I'm like, well, this is going to be some great information. And I had seen Brian live at one of the old Peter Lowe success seminars. And it was really good. I enjoyed him thoroughly. But when I listened to that program, I was like, oh my God, stick a needle in my eye. It wasn't for me. It didn't resonate for me at the time. So I guess the point of that long drawn out thing was to say, Brian is awesome. Brian has some great content. And today, love his stuff to death. But at that time, I wasn't ready for it. He wasn't resonating with me. He does now. I have a lot of Brian's stuff. I study a lot of his materials all the time. I'm on his newsletter list to keep up with things, and a few other guys. Like I said, this is part of who I am. I study this stuff all the time. Have since way back in the late 80s, early 90s, I'd say. And that's why I'm here. But, let me step back and talk about me. Well, I'm Tracy Brinkmann. I'm the guy behind the microphone, you could say, behind the website you're visiting. If you stop by my website, youâsuccessatLast.com. And obviously, I am passionate about this topic. I'm passionate about believing in yourself, about personal development. I'm a few other things too. I'm a Toastmaster. I am definitely a proud father, and I'm a grandfather too. But anyway, and I had the cutest grandbaby in the entire world. Yours is probably cute too. Don't get me wrong, right? But mine, she's mine, so makes her cute instantly. Enthusiastic, often a crazy cheer dad. If you've heard me talk about my daughter and her cheerleading, I'm the crazy cheer dad. One year I made a flag for the team, and I'm talking about a 4 foot by 6 foot full-on flag to run in front of her cheer team. And it came to the point where I was running it at every competition in front of all 15 cheer teams. Crazy cheer dad. Public speaker. Love public speaking. Been doing it for a long time. I've been lucky enough to speak in front of small, intimate audiences, which is code for saying couldn't sell enough tickets, and as well as big, huge audiences. It wasn't my event, but I was at a corporate event, 1,500 people, enjoyed every single minute of it. I thrive in front of an audience. Martial artist, been doing martial arts since I was a teenager. Actually, it was way before then. I think I was 9 years old when I took my first lesson. I've taught a few kids, but that's more unofficially. I've studied 3 or 4 different arts. 4. 3 officially, 1 unofficially. I like to draw. I've painted a few times. Airborne coming out of the military, which means I jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. My dad said I was crazy. My mom screamed, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm just one of those guys who's passionate about in life, passionate about his friends. I like to make people laugh, and I like to make them think. It's an awesome combination. So that's a little bit about me, and we got those courtesies out of the way. But what I wanted to chat with you about, like I said, is some of the reasons why I'm really not qualified to teach you anything, right? Anything about personal development, anything about anything. So, why should you waste your time here? Seriously, why should you waste your time? Okay, I'll tell you. Number one, I haven't been passionate about personal development since I was a teenager, or since before I was a teenager. In fact, I really didn't find I'll call it my personal development path until late 80s, maybe the early 90s. And I believed in a lot of the principles, but I didn't really start studying it seriously. And I didn't start actively applying what I had learned until after my daughter had passed away in the 90s. We had I'll tell this story in pieces now and again, but we lost a 16-month-old baby. And you know what? That's not something I would wish upon my worst enemy. But I was looking for something to keep me positive during this really challenging time. I had another older daughter I had to keep grounded to keep some sort of stability around in the household, some sort of normalness, so it wasn't affect her too much. But once I started studying personal development, I saw the changes in my life. I saw the changes in my attitude, and I could not believe it. I mean, I could because I was experiencing it. So I began at that point to devour every personal development tape. I had tapes back then, books, seminars. I was hooked, and I've been hooked ever since. There's a passion in there. Another reason why you shouldn't listen to me is, I'm probably never going to start a sentence with, back when I was poor, or back when I was broke, or back when I was depressed. I've heard so many gurus start off like that, but sorry, that's not me. Don't get me wrong. I've had dark times, and those of you who have known me a long time, and I do have someone I've known since like 1979, my ex-wife, who's listening to this, and she knows some of my dark times. She helped me pass a couple of them and helped me on the way out of a few of them. But let's be honest, you're not here to listen to me talking about all the great things I've done with personal development to make it to the top. I mean, because, while I might think they're great things, it's really about sharing with you the steps I find that help get people from where they are to where they want to be. And that's probably one of the reasons why you stopped by here in the first place, right? So that's really what we're going to focus on, right? I don't do this full time. Well, I'm not Zig Ziglar. I'm not Jim Rohn. And, no jokes. I'm not going to make any jokes about not Anthony Robbins. I'm not Chris Widener, I have the opportunity to attend the seminars. I was lucky enough to meet both Zig and Jim face to face before their passing. Both of them passed, less than a year ago, if I remember correctly. And I'm very inspired by them. But, I have a day job. I make good money doing other things for companies you well recognize. But that's irrelevant. I mean, I'm here because I'm passionate about the lessons I have learned, and I enjoy helping other people learn them as well. I've learned that as I'm teaching others, I learn even more. It helps ingrain it a little deeper in there for me. So you could probably say, I'm doing it for me. Right? Okay. Number 4, I don't have a seminar company. I don't have a staff. I don't have either one of those to create content for me. I share what I've learned. I share what I've tried. I share what I've had success with. I haven't spent millions or even thousands on research or writing, getting white papers done. The only thing I've really spent is my own blood, sweat, and tears. Right? My own efforts. And I share those experiences with you. I try to use the Bruce Lee principle. The Bruce Lee principle is study everything, absorb what is useful, discard the rest. And if mine's not useful for you, discard it, right? If you find 1 or 2 little nuggets, awesome. Use them, mold them, tweak them, use them your own way. Okay? Now, one of the last reasons why I'm not a good person to be taking advice from is, I'm human. I'm just like you, and often, sometimes, I don't follow my own advice. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Like I said, I'm human. I stumble, I trip, I bumble, I fall. I get sad like everyone else. I get depressed at times like everyone else. Even though my friends and all the people that know me close enough think I'm probably about the most positive person in their world, the most positive person that they know. For some reason, one reason or another, I don't follow my own advice. And it's usually for a short period of time. Something's going on, something is jacking up my world, and it just gets me off focus. But then, take a step back, take a breath like I've told you before, and every single time I get back to the basics and I'm up and running again, quickly getting back to what I want to be and headed where I want to go. Okay, so I got that off my chest, right? So, you still with me? Hello? That's me tapping the microphone, just in case, making sure you're still there. I'm envisioning that you're still there. Can't hear you, obviously. Okay, raise your hand. If you're holding the steering wheel, don't raise your hand. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. So, let me give you some reasons why you might want to hang around and why I kind of started this. There's always something new to learn and something valuable to share in the world of personal development. Think about it. If you walk into a Barnes and Noble, it's probably one of the fastest growing sections in the bookstore, that self-help personal development section. So whether it's books or websites, magazines, or your experience or my own experience, everywhere you go, there's an opportunity to learn about personal development. Well, about any topic for that matter, but I'm personally really passionate about this, so I love to try new things. I love to learn new things. I love to teach what I've had as a result of this. So you'll find a good portion of these podcasts will be about me sharing what I've learned. Hey, right? That's what it's all about. And what I continue to learn. So as I take further down my personal development journey, I've been taking this journey now for some 20 years. So I'm a long way down the path. And I may just be one step in front of you. I may be one step behind you. And in either one of those cases, I can probably share with you 1 tidbit, 2 tidbits, 3 tidbits. Any tidbit that you can walk away from going, yeah, I think that might work. That's why I'm here, right? So we'll save the sadness and the heartache for other things, right? I want to try to be that daily boost of motivation for you, okay? Another one is, I found as I share these successes, I feel more successful in sharing them. How do I say this without sounding conceited? Let me step back. Like I said earlier, I don't have that staff. I don't have that company. I don't have anyone creating content for me. I share what I've learned. I share what I've read. Share what I've studied. And I'll probably share the failures I've had, just for the fact of, hey, he tried it. I might try that. It might work for me. I'll share that with you. I do have, and in the end, do I have something I want to sell you? Yeah. Yeah, I do, right? But if you notice, I'm not pitching it. I'm not here to hard sell you. If you buy something from me, cool. All the more for it, right? If you don't, hey, listen to the podcast, have a great time, learn. That's what it's all about. There's enough people out there that will buy it. I'm good. I'm not going to push it on you. Eventually, do I want to make a full-time career out of this? Yeah. You know what? I think it could happen, and I think it will happen. But right now, there are other life costs I'm not willing to pay to make that jump right now. And I think, lastly, because I don't want to go too far over my time here, I try to keep this around 15 minutes, because I know you're a busy person. You have lots of things going on in your world. Listening to Tracy babble on for an hour is probably not it. I think the last one is, sorry, I'm bumping the microphone right there. I just want to connect. There are lots of people out there that go to websites and watch videos and read the information. I just don't want to be a set of letters on the screen. Right? I want to truly connect with like-minded people like yourself who are still listening 15 minutes and 31 seconds into this particular podcast and however many podcasts you've listened to of mine before. I want to connect with you folks. So shoot me an email. Let me know, hey, Tracy, I feel you. Or heck, let me know, Tracy, you are so far out in left field, I can't even see you to hit a pop fly in your direction. Seriously, stop right now, hit pause, and type a little email to Tracy, Tracy, at successatlas.com. Successatlas.com. Tell me what you think. Good, bad, and different. I'll take all your feedback. That's part of the journey. So, I mean, and which brings another point. Look how lucky we are to be alive to be able just to connect like this today. I remember when I was just a teenager, you pick up the phone. Oh, no, you have to drive to see somebody, to chat with somebody. If I was reading a letter, I had to write you back, and it'd be days before you got it. Today, we can interact almost instantly. Twitter, and Facebook, and LinkedIn, and Hootsuite, and God knows what else is out there. Google Plus, and I'm on all of them. And so connect. Maybe we can inspire one another. Let me hear your story. Let me hear your great story, your pitfalls, your foibles, your stumbles, your bumbles, your falls. Who knows? Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can share it, and it can help somebody else. So there you have it. Some reasons why you probably don't want to be listening to me, and some reasons why you might. And if you're still listening at this point, you probably are one of the people I really want to connect with. So here you go. Hit me up on Twitter at Tracy Brinkmann with 2 N's at the end, right? TracyBrinkmann on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, you can reach me on my Facebook, right? Which is, facebook.com/Tracy.Brinkmann, or on the fan page, facebook.com/SuccessAtlas, or like I told you, Tracy at successatlas.com. Or you can send it to me at Tracy at yoursuccessatlast.com. Either one, connect. And in the meantime, before I leave, let me ask you your question. This is your Thursday question. Man, I almost forgot about it. And God, I'm so far over time right now. What do you really want? Well, right now, Tracy, I want you to shut up so I can get on with my day. Think about it, right? This is your Thursday question. What do you really want out of life, out of your relationships, out of your job? It's going to help prep you for tomorrow's discussion on goals. We're going to talk a little bit about WIIFM. What is that? Huh? What is that? I'll tell you tomorrow. And then I want to tell you about my little chart process for goal setting. Till then, think successfully. Take action. Have a great, great evening. Bye-bye.